Hi and welcome to COMP3811 Computer Graphics Coursework 2. This coursework surrounds itself in creating a scene in OpenGL. Just to reiterate, I am using the C++ language and the Qt API, which has an internal OpenGL module to help support the development of this project. These were the languages taught in semester 1, which I've used for simplicity. Just to note, this video is for the marker, more as a visual proof, in case things go wrong during the marking process. Just some notes to make. One thing I've noticed on Windows machines is that when you click run in the Qt editor, sometimes a blue screen or an exe crash might appear on the terminal. I haven't been able to replicate this in Feng, but I do believe this is an issue down to Qt and the editor. I mean, it's not really the best API to put it in that way, let's just say. Another issue is on Feng it's quite slow, but I think that's more of a network issue. So I would recommend, if you are running this on a machine, that you do it locally rather than trying a virtual machine of any sort. So just to make sure we don't get any errors, let's just clean. And I'll just take you through the application itself. Just the overall layout, the user interface, and just talk a bit about it. Let's just let the build process finish. 3, 2, 1. Yep. So as you can see, here's a scene in OpenGL. This scene surrounds itself around Doc2 and Pandora's box. If you need to, you can read my report where I explain the design, the decision, the context, etc. So just the scene itself, in terms of what's available, obviously you can see a complex set of objects which are all convex objects. You see the compulsory textures, some optional textures. You see a TARDIS which is spinning and rotating on its own axis around the scene. You have lighting. Specifically, there's 3 lights here, but you can't really count the number of lights, but there are 3 light sources present. You've got a rotating sphere, cubes, etc. And obviously here, as you can see, I've offered some user interaction, which I'm just going to quickly jump through. So the first one is zooming. As you can see, I can scale in all 3 axes. I've offered the ability to translate the planes up and down the positive and negative y-axis. Additionally, I've offered 360 rotation around the scene, as you can see. And finally, I've offered the ability to change the rotation speed of the TARDIS. By default, it's fast, and there are 3 multipliers, 1, 1.5, and 1.75. The difference between 1 and 1.5 isn't that visible. I'm not sure if you can tell, I've just clicked it. But the difference between the 1 point and the 1.75 is a lot more visible. So if you go back to the video a bit, you'll see how long it took for a full rotation versus the next, 10 seconds will be complete. Finally, you've got the ability to enable and disable lighting as well, as you can see, just as an extra feature. Other than that, it's the end of the video, and I hope this video has been informative enough for the marker to make some decisions. Thank you for tuning in.